Chapter 8. The Guilty. As they advanced on me, I stepped back into my room out of instinct. The memories from Captain Amos must have made me a little jumpy. I had to stop myself, mid-motion, from slamming the door in their faces. They were asking questions. That was all. Getting closer to me to talk. Maybe the Ark makes us all a little tense. What happened when the destroyer left? Bay asked in Spanish. Did you see it? Ernesta asked in Mandarin. Any chance of survivors? Koamalu asked in English. I understood each of their words perfectly. In our training, they implanted language memories for Spanish, Mandarin, and English in every one of us who would be on the Ark. Some of us had other linguistic specialities, but with these memories, Dr. Ghost ensured that we stood on common ground when it came to communication. Apparently, the English language memories are from George VII. Now that I think about it, I feel kind of proud that the entire human race speaks the King's English. What are you talking about? I replied. The end of Earth. What did you see? Qualia asked. You were the only one of us to witness it, Ogwambi said. I snorted in contempt. The planet was gone. They may not have seen it explode, but they definitely saw the aftermath. What more could I add? Why do you want to know? I replied. It blew up. It's gone. Their faces dropped, and they turned away from me. I sighed, feeling a little guilty for being so cold. Koamalu's question was the real reason each one of them was asking. They still all hoped that whomever they had left behind was somehow alive. Maybe they thought I had seen something they had not, something that gave cause for hope. Survivor's guilt. I think that's what they call it. Dr. Ghost wasn't a medical doctor. He was, above all his other fields of study, a psychologist. He invented the memory transference technology, the same tech that gave me the ability to speak different languages and have Captain Amos's life in my head. Dr. Ghost was the one who interviewed us all when our genetics flagged us as potential candidates for the Ark. The doctor wanted to understand our mental states and teach us what we should expect once on the Ark. Survivor's guilt was a topic that we talked about a lot. Even with our memory implants, there was a cost to being one of only 200 or so survivors of Earth. Dr. Ghost had told us we were heroes. He told us that we were the saviours of the human race. At the time, I saw through it, and felt like it was all a play for the more sensitive kids. Only one thing had really stayed with me. It was a crumb of comfort. Dr. Ghost told me that we had a responsibility to survive, even if we didn't feel we deserved it. This was bigger than us, or our families and friends. The human race was in our hands. All our history, our shared suffering and potential, our dreams, and even our faults and failures. Live to save humanity, he had said. That was what we had to do, ready or not. And I had to do it too, which meant being kind and compassionate to my fellow survivors. I'm sorry, I said. They turned back to face me. I did see it. I saw the end of the Earth. What happened? Bay said. I saw hope in her eyes. It didn't make telling her the truth any easier. Nothing I was about to say was going to give them any joy, but maybe it'd give them closure. The destroyer left the planet just like Dr. Ghost predicted, I said. As it lifted off Earth, the surface dented in and then exploded outwards. The planet burst at the seams, and then the magna, bright red, swallowed everything in fire, and that was it. You all saw the aftermath. I turned away from them. I didn't want to see. Behind me I heard crying from some and silence from others. The end of the Earth flashed before my eyes again. I had dug up the memory, and now it wasn't ready to go away. I held back my own tears. My fellow survivors were crying harder. This was not going to be an easy trip, I thought. Then the alarm sounded. Thank you for listening to this chapter from Stolen Futures. Please like or comment on this video and subscribe to The Eighth Plot so you don't miss out on the next installment of this book. Goodbye.